Mm. Hey traders, investors, it's another new week, and here's another edition of the daily recap, really. I kind of call it the daily recap, but it's not like I do it every day. I mean, I hope you had a good weekend, of course. I don't exactly get the weekend off, but I'll take the weekend off. But at the same time, I do have other commitments, and hopefully at some point I can, you know, do make more of this. So hope you are enjoying it. And of course, thank you for watching if you are enjoying it. So anyway, today, unfortunately, we've got war on the line, we've got Iran and the United States and Israel going at it. Um, God, struggle. I don't like war, we don't like, we want peace, full stop, because at the end of the day, it's real human beings being murdered. But yeah, so anyway, so I titled these gold, oil, and Palantir, really. Why? Because I mean, let's just see how it happened. I mean, I woke up to a gold trade or to gold charts. I've got to say, yesterday life has to go on. Unfortunately, we are traders, so got to separate the politics. I had oil position last Friday in the markets, but I mean, I closed it yesterday, pre-market, sorry, um, it's during the Asian session. So, and as you can see, let me just, sorry, my screen just froze out there. I've got lots of things running at the same time. Okay, there you go. So we have it right here. So I'm just quickly going to show you what I have here. I think, as you can see, the jump that was made yesterday. So let's put it back on the daily, actually. I'm not sure why the marker isn't working, but let's try again. Yeah, so you can see, so we had, okay, it's still not working. Here comes Zoom. Start again. Okay, let me share it again. So I just stopped sharing and I will share it again. So, I mean, I did say I was looking at oil and I was going to get out at 71. That's what I said. Okay, fantastic. It's better now. It's back. Tech has to do its own things. So yes, so as we can see, we had the markets. I think it was about 67, 68 on Friday, and then it closed yesterday. Sorry, it jumped yesterday at the open because, of course, we've got what, 3 days of war now, with America, Israel, Iran just going at it, and we just hope we hope everyone stays safe. So yeah, there you go. So I've just put this line here. This is, of course, it's just a trend line. And from what I have gathered, though, I think I shared a volume point data to the mentoring group, which we have. And why did I do that? Because it kind of looks like there is still some level of this level of attraction at 77. So we'll see how it goes. Of course, things have, well, I wouldn't say things have calmed down, but I expect things to calm down a little bit and then boom, insurgency, and then before things eventually come down. So, but I'm not looking beyond 77, but look, I don't know the future. I'm just talking based on what I can see. And that's what I can see with the oil, okay, or with the oil trade. That's that one. Number two, I think I just saw a headline with Middle East. Middle East said they've got enough buffer to last, well, the war. So I think people are predicting that it would not be a prolonged war. I mean, no, like again, like I said, nobody likes war. We all want peace in the world. Okay. But also, I woke up to this is actually interesting. He just been making Indonesia Energy Corporation has been making an aggressive move as well since last night. I mean, sorry, let's just put it on a lower chart, and so you can see effectively very much more. There you go. So you can see right there that got a huge leap from, this literally this is doubled. Oh, sorry. Three. Yeah, it's doubled since last week when it picked up. You can see 26 was about just a little bit over 3.3, doubled to 8, more than doubled, and then come back down. And there's still a little bit of energy here, which is still going to keep driving this. But, I am paying attention to it. I think it's got the drive. It's got quite a lot of bulls right there, parking and waiting. And we shall see. I mean, this is not one I'm in, because if I'm in late, then I might as well not be in at all. Another one I woke up to today was the VIX. What did the VIX do? The VIX was just climbing aggressively again. And you could see the VIX, one thing I said was, I did say this last week actually, I'm expecting the market to come down, but it might not even happen during this Trump era. We might just keep managing the volatility. And yes, we as traders, we love volatility. That's the price we pay. That's where the opportunities lie. But we are seeing this, we're watching this VIX again like a hawk. If I'm going to do on a longer time frame, and look at that VIX, um, depending on what you're looking at it, I think at some point VIX probably might close at 40. So that's the golden nugget for VIX. And then of course, I expect a short. So go here and then expect a short at some point. But that's just my opinion. This is not financial advice at all for anyone. So again, let's look at gold. So yes, right now people expect uncertainty, and regardless, where's the first place to go? People pile on gold. Gold has been doing very well since 2024, I think. I was shorting it at some point when it was about 2000 or 1950, got caught, came out, and as you can see, I could still see bulls right here. No matter what the story says, I could still see very much bulls, and they're just packing in. You could see making a higher high. So of course, I think gold is probably, again, gonna take out this all-time high anytime soon. I don't know. It's just going to remain that way as long as uncertainty remains. And look at that gold year to date. This is just, there's so much uncertainty, 24% on gold. So, if I have gold, which I do not have exposure, I'm definitely not going to sell at the moment. So I'm not even going to talk about silver. I think gold is the place to be again right now. It's, never gone out of shine. Again, NCLH. I'm going to talk about Palantir at some point later today. NCLH. So let's see the cruise line. We all know when there's war, when things are happening. Number one, though, we've got to say this, that was the earnings. Um, revenue was slightly missed, but earnings was good. I didn't listen to the forecast, whatever they made there. But yeah, overall, it dumped 10%. And, we expect this to cascade to Carnival as well, or similar ones, or the likes anyway. But you can see Carnival right there. It's great. It dumped 7%. Likewise, airlines, airlines aren't, when it comes to war, airlines don't do well. So, we could literally KLM, BA, if I check any of them, you probably going to expect let's look at KLM actually. It was BA is it I something? Can't remember what it is, but KLM, I forgot KLM. Okay, let's look at Air France actually. I think it's AF. Air France, I mean, there's quite a lot of them we can look at. AAL, American Airline, Delta. Look at that, 9% down. American Airlines. So, I personally don't invest in them. I just trade them. And that's where it is. Just looking at two of them, of course, crashing because not great. Again, Cell H as well. So I'm just talking about what we woke up to. All these guys were, I don't even know if Cell H had earnings. I don't think it was earnings, but yeah, because the earnings was, I don't know what the news was, but this is not today. I'm not sure exactly why it dumped today. But yeah, okay. Okay, it was a revenue that they posted, which I think probably was a miss. But yeah, okay. One more thing is, from Diageo last week, he did say people are not consuming alcohol. I mean, Celsius, I know they consume they manufacture drinks. I don't exactly think it's alcohol. Maybe some energy drink, but again, people are not loving it. There you go. Now, another thing is software. Is software recovering? I don't know. I mean, I was talking about this at 77. I thought I took a fancy to it at 77. You know, it's all about the story. I wasn't paying attention to the story, and we're 82 now. We'll see how it goes. I expect a capitulation, but I haven't really seen the capitulation. So maybe. So I don't know. I'm not going to necessarily say if software is back, but let's look at a few things. Look at now, some of the constituent, the biggest components of the of IGV. We could see now, which again I was watching from 100, now 109. Another one we can look at, quite a few of them actually. Coal is not one of them, but I know Palantir is one of them. Again, I'm reserving Palantir. Microsoft is a big part. Microsoft is still down. Kind of tend to always feel like it's forgotten. I've kind of mastered where Microsoft move. It stays there for a while. Microsoft doesn't, it rarely trend. It just gets stuck. And then when it's time, it needs a big catalyst boost to keep it moving. 1.4%. So hardly nothing happening. Again, Workday, see Workday. I think Duolingo collapsed again back today, but that's Workday right there. It's you might think it's back to all-time low, but not exactly. So again, back to multi-year lows. That's Workday. Another one is, and we know what killed Workday. I think that was Claude. Think Duolingo after the great earnings, I would have thought it was a good earnings, but it had a capitulation. And I know okay, not bad at all. I mean, it's going to be a gentle recovery, but made it back to 100 today. It was at 90 something. And also, I don't know if Circle is part of IGV, but Circle is, stable coin. Circles actually did some great numbers today. And you can see, again, software. So that's all I can say. Definitely great one. Okay. Um, full disclosure, I have position in Circle, and I think I've been in since the 60s or so. Yeah, so, but of course, I'm expecting a magnet, 100 magnets, and then of course I'm going to get out. So that's it for me. Okay, now Palantir, pay attention to this. Look at LMT, Lockheed Martin. These are war products, sorry, war stocks. Lockheed Martin, what did you see today? It was at 2%. Now, RTX, sorry, RTX again, we're talking about the ultimate war stocks. RTX at 4.7%. Now, what did we see? Let's look at Palantir. So this is the market's making a statement. Do we think it's back? Not exactly sure. I don't think so. But again, we could see market there rebounding, giving Palantir a huge boost confidence in this reversal play. Yes, we all remember they had one of the amazing or the most amazing earnings reports, but market sold it down. But now it's back to 145, and maybe this might just be the reversal. We shall see. Okay, so that's what I thought I should talk about today. So what, people are piling money in the safety stocks, which is what, um, gold. Some are going, well, of course, oil made its announcement. And I think one of the disadvantage with oil is the fact that, all the good work of trying to down, or to kill inflation, we might just undo everything again with this war, which is unnecessary spending, which might drive back inflation. But we shall see. It depends on how protracted this thing is. But at the same time, some will win, some will lose. And one of the gainers, unfortunately, right here is Palantir, unfortunately for some. Okay, another one we have here is, now let's look at the other thing as well. We had some earnings today. I was going to talk extensively on this actually, but maybe I shouldn't. This is Warren Buffett's last earnings, as a Berkshire CEO, and it was a miss, unfortunately. And I think I was just doing a bit of a deep dive into Berkshire today, and from what I can see, I'm just going to quickly read something right here on my notes. So what I was going to say, I'm looking at the historical versus the current price to book ratio comparison, so which is a hard trigger for me. So, right now it's 1.2. For years, Berkshire had a formal policy to buy back shares at or below 1.2x or 1.2 times book value. So while the specific numeric cap was later placed by a more flexible intrinsic value standard, it remains a benchmark for undeniably cheap territory. So the comfort zone, which is 1.3, 1.4, over the last 5 years, Berkshire has often been a buyer when the PB dipped towards 1.3 to 1.4 times. Current no buy zone 1.5 to 1.6, and as of March 2026, the stock trades at roughly 1.5 to 1.59 book value, which is BRK. So that's why they can't do a buyback, slightly at a premium. And this elevated multiple is the primary reason why Berkshire has not repurchased any share for 6 consecutive quarters, which is the last time they bought was May 2024. So apparently this stock looks a little bit pricey right now. And yes, they've got what, about $400 billion in cash available right now, but it's a no-go for them, really. And what else? What else? What else? So yeah, there's just quite a lot more I mean, okay, Greg Abel, who is succeeding Warren Buffett, he's reiterated that the company would only resume repurchase of the stock trades below its intrinsic value, and analysts suggest that for buybacks to resume, the Class B shares, which is BRK.B, might need to fall below 485 to 490 compared to recent prices hovering around 505. I mean, it did go to 480 today, so maybe it's just about nearing attraction. The current levels management appears to view the cash now earning roughly 5% in treasuries as a more attractive asset than their own fully priced stock. And that's where we are. So yeah. And of course, I hope that helps with the detail. Of course, MDB as well, MongoDB. MongoDB also had a crash, a collapse. I was going to say after hours, but I've got to call it a crash. Really, it's a shellacking. This did not go very well at all. We had let's say 23% down. Oh, 24%. Yeah, it literally just crashed, and you can see in the last 5 years, nothing there for you. Um, Cradle as well. I mean, just honorable mentions in this collapse that happened. Cradle also collapsed, but you can see 8%. But even Plug, which is a meme play for retail, Plug actually surprisingly did well. But fortunately, you can see if you look at the long time price trend of Plug has not really been anywhere at all. And as you can see in the last 5 years, this has been 96%. So it's just been it's been a disaster, a total waste of people's money. But finally, just before we call it a day, we've got to look at Mr. bought some more some more Bitcoin today. Sorry, MicroStrategy, I mean, I call it Mr. So Mr. bought some more. It made some buys of Bitcoin today. And as you can see, let's have a look. I wasn't talking Macy's, MicroStrategy. There you go. So I mean, this is the 6% move. So, if Bitcoin doesn't move, MicroStrategy doesn't move. It's just that full stop. So yes, we can see that. But let's look at Bitcoin actually. How did that perform? So MicroStrategy had a good bounce, 6%. But how did Bitcoin perform? There you go. So Bitcoin quite quietly, calmly consolidating along the 69, 70K range. And that's it. I think he was able to go to 70 at some point today, but then again, just playing around there. So it kind of looks like it's forming a good base right here. And as you can see, all the way right there. So tomorrow is another day. We have some big plays tomorrow. I think we have Target tomorrow. one of those big ones we have tomorrow, earnings. We do have quite a few big names to be fair, really. So target tomorrow. We have so we have ON. Wow. Um, we have Viking Holdings. Why is my screen frozen now? We have Best Buy as well. So this yeah, there doesn't seem to be much joy about Target for some reason. It's just there. You know, you wouldn't think tomorrow is the earnings at all. I don't think there's much excitement about it. Tomorrow we have Best Buy as well, which is retail. Again, I can't see anything exciting about this. Oh, we have AutoZone as well. And I'm just quickly going to look at the chart for C. I was looking at C last year as, I don't like crying over spilt milk at all. I was looking at 34. And, it ran all the way to 167 or so. Can't remember. But, there's always going to be another opportunity in this market. And that's it. But anyway, we'll see how it plays tomorrow. Let's just look at C. But C kind of cooled a bit. I remember it came down to 100. And let's see. There you go, 105. So yeah, you can see, like I said, I remember, oh, it actually went to 199 and it's literally just been cut in half since that time. So since September, there you go. So, you do not chase, full stop. If you're thinking it's cheap, you want to chase it, but there you go. Look, I was able to get it at the low bottom, actually, I was able to look at it at the low bottom. I think I did actually, and then I sold it at 66, thereabout. Yeah. So, did I make money? Yes. Am I happy? Absolutely. No. Am I complaining? No. There you go. So it doesn't look like it's any good at all because this used to be a darling at some point as well. But anyway, that's about it for a comprehensive market recap for today, the 2nd of March 2026. And I hope you find it useful, you find some value in that. And until then, I shall see you tomorrow. You take care now and bye bye.